Hello everyone, it's Exoman. I wanted to take a minute to rant. Yes, I do. And it's about an argument I had. And yes, from time to time, I will indulge in an argument. My wife does not like me to speak harsh words with people, which I understand. And I don't like it so much myself either. But from time to time, yes, I do indulge. And this particular argument was just really interesting. The subject was really interesting, and it's something that I've talked about before, which is intellectual honesty. Being honest with yourself and the people around you in your interactions, like thinking about your motives and what you're really doing. And in this case, what are you fighting for? What are you arguing about? So the argument I had with this guy, it's a nice thunderstorm we're having, or getting ready to have again. The argument, I was in a bar. I had recently purchased a property near a beach community, and that property is in a small, very small community. It's not on the beach, but it's close to it. And we have private roads. Yes, the roads are literally deeded to the residents of this small community. And the problem is, it's used as a cut-through. And these are roads like what you see behind me. These are not paved roads. And as residents, we own the road, and we don't want to own the road. Obviously, in a community, you want the Department of Transportation to maintain your roads. Such is not the case in this community. And it has been explained to the community over and over and over again. There's a website explaining it to the surrounding communities. Please don't use these roads. They're private roads, and we have to maintain them. And it is impossible to do so with the kind of traffic that we're being burdened with. So on Memorial Day, and again, DOT won't help. They won't pay a dime. They won't come in and fix the roads. This small community, in this community, we have to pay money. We have to have a road maintenance organization to pay for tractors, and we have to have these wonderful individuals that volunteer their time to help out and maintain these roads. And every time it rains, it's just a mud mess, you know. And then people are cutting through. And at both entrance and exit, or both entrances to this community, it says, these are private roads. Do not enter, residents only. Residents and guests only. Copious signs on either side of the road, redundant, okay? And people don't care. They don't think signs refer to them. They don't think it's their problem. They think it's somebody else's problem. They just want the convenience. So I'm all about shortcuts, and I understand that, but when I see private property, I think twice, and I try to respect that. And a lot of people don't. So when the roads were blocked and people were asked to pay $5 to come through a community, there were a lot of angry people. People who don't listen to reason, who don't understand, they don't get logic. And therein lies the problem, is that so many people are so self-centered, so egocentric, so selfish, and they rationalize bad behavior, that when you tell them, look, man, this is our private property. We own these roads. We have to pay for them. If you want to drive through, help us foot the bill. So, okay, so that's the background. So my wife and I go to this bar, and I meet this woman and her husband, and he wants to know where we live. We give him an idea where we live right away. Oh, you're those people that have that road, and you guys set up a roadblock, and you can't do that, and etc. I said, whoa. I said, what do you think we're trying to accomplish? Well, you're charging money, and $5 a head, and that's ridiculous. I said, why are you saying that? What's your motive? I said, we're just trying to maintain our roads. Do you not understand that? Oh, you shouldn't be making money off of people. Until recently, we could all do that. I said, what does that have to do with anything? Until recently, everybody was abusing our community. And we had signs up saying, please don't abuse our community. And he continued to argue. I said, hey fella, this is our private property. Are you not understanding what I'm saying? These roads are deeded to us. And he wanted to keep telling me about how much money we made on Memorial Day. We didn't make money. There was a paltry sum of money taken in. People were given the option to pay $5 and drive through our community or turn around and leave respectfully, which some people did. And some people paid and were kind about it, and they said, hey, it's overdue. You people need the help. Because I'm telling you, it's this is nothing. I mean, these roads get so bad with such heavy traffic. And then this guy starts talking about the government needs to be involved. Somebody needs to call the government, or somebody needs to start paying some taxes on the money you're making. I said, you are mistaken. You're assuming that this is some sort of racket and we're in it for the money. It's ridiculous. It was a ridiculous assertion, and multiple assertions that were absurd. So what I'm saying is, people like this just want to rationalize bad behavior. They want something. This guy wants passage. He wants free passage. And then if there's conflict, he wants me to pay taxes, because he wants to penalize me because he feels like he's being penalized. People, pick your battles. What is the impetus for your argument? What is the purpose of your argument? Search your soul before you pick a battle, and know what you're standing for. What this guy was standing for was, hey, if you don't let me ruin your roads and drive through your neighborhood unimpeded, I'm going to call the government, or somebody needs to call the government. That's crazy. That's crazy. And again, so we're between a rock and a hard place. We're just paying and paying and paying. And, you know, he told me, he said, what you need to do is up your dues, your road maintenance organization dues. So he's telling us we need to pay more so he can use our roads. And how dare we try to charge him to use or anybody to use our roads? Absurd. So it just gets back to the discussions I've had about intellectual honesty and really examining your own motives when you pick a battle with somebody. You know how they say pick your battles? I mean, that's true. Do pick your battles. And think about it. Maybe this will reach somebody today or someday who's starting a battle they don't need to be starting. You know, picking a fight. Just if you just pause and reflect. I know a lot of people are knee-jerk and passionate, and they're ready to fight at the drop of a hat. But I spent a good 5 minutes trying to discuss with this guy this subject, this topic, and he couldn't get it. He wouldn't get it. He refused to listen to reason. He wanted to be irrational because he wanted his way. He wanted to be able to cut through like he had always done, or I don't know, maybe he wanted the people of his community to be able to cut through. But I think it's just sometimes people just don't understand municipalities or local state government and how roadways work and who owns what. But when I'm standing there telling this guy this is a private road, it really isn't operated by the government, by any government body. And so he couldn't understand it, but he just wanted to fight. And the argument was left unsettled. He wanted to argue. I wanted to show him the truth and the facts. He didn't want to listen to the facts. He wanted to know how much tax we were paying on the $80 or so that we collected that one day. And it was really just a symbol. We created a symbol, and the press came out, and we were trying to explain to people, hey, it costs money, so if you want to use it, pay money or just leave it alone. Anyway, thank you for indulging me. I just wanted to rant. Sometimes I want to rant, and I just thought that was interesting. And you have those problems, and you deal with them your way, and I deal with them my way, and it's interesting just to talk about. But don't look for conflict, people. Let's not look for conflict. Let's look for ways to resolve things, and be polite to each other, and be community members, and not antagonize each other, and just in the end say, am I just being selfish? Am I that motivated by my own selfish wants that I can't listen to other people's situation and I can't empathize? Okay, let's not be like that. Okay, go forward into the world and be wonderful, and thank you for watching.